Hello Wargamers. Today I'm going to do a tutorial on Battlescribe because a good buddy of mine was trying to build a list and was running into some issues because he had a CAD allied in a detachment and he got really confused and didn't know what to do. And as we know with 7th edition, building a list now is hairy as it's ever been. You can get pretty crazy with detachments, formations, CADs, and all that nonsense. So he asked me how to do it, and I walked him through it, and then I said, you know, I need to make a video because I'm sure there are other people out there that don't know how to use Battlescribe. Here's one of the great things about Battlescribe. The people that made this program made it pretty foolproof. It's not on them that 7th edition is so complicated as far as building an army list now. I mean, you can customize an army in a way you never ever could before, which is super cool. It's an awesome thing about 7th edition in my mind, and you know, kudos to G-Dub for giving us the ability to do so. Quick shout out to the people that do Battlescribe. You people are amazing. If you're a person who updates Battlescribe, you rock, you're awesome. Love you. Stuff like, I know the Necron Codex will be in like 2 days after the Codex drops because the people that update Battlescribe rock. So just want to say thanks to them. You have the option to buy Battlescribe like I did. It's up here under options. I'm not going to click my license key because then you'll see it. But I did buy it. I think it's $7.99, $6.99. It's an amazing program. I bought it because I use it so damn much, and I felt like I had to give the people that make the program some money. So without further ado, let's build a list. So first thing, you'll have to import rosters. And the way you do this is you go to File, and then you'll import data file, or you can also select data repositories. So for me, a quick Bing search, if you type in Battlescribe rosters, it will take you to there. I don't know if these people want their stuff out there, so I'm not going to say where it is. There's also a dedicated thread in the DACA forum, DACA forum. It's under the general 40K. If you type in Battlescribe, there's like a 13-page feedback section there from the Battlescribe people. You can get the rosters there too. You go to this website, you'll download the rosters. It will be in, I believe, a .bsi file. And then to get them into your Battlescribe, you just go to File, Import Data File, and you'll select the one that you want. So as you see, I have a bunch on here because I play Horus Heresy, Fantasy, yeah. So that's how you get them in here. And then what's really cool is Battlescribe, you have the option to check for new update files on startup, which I do. That way, you'll always have the latest, greatest rosters. So we're going to build a roster. So new roster. So File, new roster. We'll name it Grey Knight. Oops, no caps. Grey Knight IG. Oh, I know it's AM now, but get over it. We'll do 1500, and then we'll select our game system. As you see, these are the games I play. I haven't taken out 6th edition yet, simply because there's some stuff I like to look back on, kind of reminisce and compare and contrast new versus old codex. So that's why it's still in there. 7th edition, and then this is where it gets complicated. So we're going to add rosters. So the first thing we have is CAD, and that is your standard FOC. That is a HQ and 2 troops minimum. It's 3 elites, 3 fast attack, 3 heavy. You guys all know this one. You can double CAD it if you want as well. Although it's not officially a rule, most people ask that all CADs be from the same book. So you can't take 2 combined arms detachments, one from Grey Knight, one from Space Marines. It's considered faux pas to do so. But you can have multiple combined arms detachment. In 6th edition, we call this double FOC when you hit the 2,000 point limit. Now we no longer have that restriction, which is really cool. Next thing we have here is allied detachment. This is going to be your mandatory 1 HQ, 1 troop. This is going to be for all the people that play Eldar, Dark Eldar. This is going to be for all the people that do, you know, like Space Wolves is their primary, and then White Scars is allies, you know, because they want those spikes. Formation. Formation, those are all those data slates we have. They either come in White Dwarf, they come in the codexes. It will be a specific set of units that have a special rule. Like, for instance, the Eldar Ghost Warrior one, that is a formation that is, it's a bunch of Wraith Guard, Wraith Lords, and a Wraith Knight, and anybody getting a cover save from the Wraith Guard get a 4+ instead of a 5+, blah, 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 blah. You get it. But that's a formation. Inquisitorial Detachment. There's only one time you'll take this. That's if you're taking anything from Codex Inquisition. Even if it's your primary detachment, which it can be. There's nothing that says that a detachment cannot be your primary. Actually, they say in the book that a detachment can be your primary. But that's where you would take that. Fortification, if you want to take an Aegis Defense Line, a Void Shield Generator, that's where you'll select so that you can add that in via the Stronghold Assault rules. I'm going to skip these because no one plays them. I shouldn't say no one plays them, but mostly people don't play them. Imperial Knight Detachment, and this is where we get, this is something we've seen really coming since the Orc Codex's detachments. Orcs have a detachment, a couple actually. Space Wolves have a couple. Blood Angels have a couple. Grey Knights have one. Dark Eldar have two. Yeah, these are all detachments that have come out in like the last 7 months, dating back to June, July last year. But this is, and we'll get into why you would select these. So we'll do a basic one first. We'll do Combined Arms Detachment. So we'll do Codex Renate because that's what he wanted. This is pretty easy. You hit OK, and you'll go through and you'll select your stuff. So Librarian. Oh, let me remove that real quick. Now, here's what's neat about Battlescribe. The people that built this program are amazing because they have here the errors that you have. Like, I have to have 2 troops and I have to have 1 HQ. Cool, thanks, guys. So I'm going to select the Librarian. We're going to go through, do the weapon we want to put on him. Actually, level 3. Give him a Call Me Melta. Oh, I got to give him the Dummy Libia Demonica, Rago, whatever that is. Let's see. We're going to Mastercraft? Nah, we're good. We are going to name him our Warlord. I don't actually generally select the Warlord because it adds in the Warlord traits and makes my list longer to print off. So, but you can. Then we go down. We're going to take a Terminator Squad. We'll take a Strike Squad. So there. Now our error's gone. So Strike Squad. Here's what's cool. Right now I have 4 with Sword and 1 Sergeant, or Justicar, Sergeant, whatever. So if I go through and I'm like, hey, give me 4 more with falchions. Oh, you know what? I want them all to have falchions. So if I select 8, we see down here I have an error. What is the error? Because it's showing me is I have a squad of 13 now. I have 8 with falchions and 4 with sword. So I'd have to take somebody out. That's how easy that is. See? I mean, this is super simple. So I got 8 with falchions. Now, falchions are lame. We don't want those for sure. Now, I've removed everyone from the squad except a Justicar right now, so I have an error down here. See how easy this makes it? Alright, so we'll add 4 with halberds. Justicar, we'll go through, we'll select, we'll put a halberd on him for +1 strength. Give him some melta bombs, and yeah. Terminator Squad, let's add a Psy Cannon, and we'll give everyone... You see what I did there is I gave all 5 guys in the squad. I haven't got to the Justicar yet. So I've given all 5 guys in the squad the halberd, and I have 1 guy with a Psy Cannon as well. And you can see it down here in the list. 5 halberd, 1 with Psy Cannon. Select my Justicar, we'll do halberd, melta bomb. Yeah, you guys get the idea here. So let's say I'm building my list, and I'm like, you know what? I want to add a little more flavor. I want to add Kodias in here. So I'm going to go to Edit Forces. Hit Add. Now remember what I said. Inquisitorial Attachment is the only time I'm ever going to select this for Codex Inquisition. Because you can only take Codex Inquisition with 2 HQs and I believe 2 elites or 3 elites. I don't know off the top of my head, but it's the only time you can take this. And it's the only way you can legally take this in 40K right now. If you take it as a CAD, it's going to ask you to build 1 HQ and 2 troops, which you can't even build because there's no troops in the Codex Inquisition. Alright, so scroll down, throw in Kodias real quick. You don't need to click this, but this will just add it into your list so that you have it while you're at your game day, your tournament, your game, whatever, which is cool. And if you hover over it, it will... Yep, sometimes they tell you what it is, sometimes they don't. But it's cool as it tells you where to find it at. So I hover over it. Oh, there we are. So yeah. Now let's say, all right, so I'm building this list. You know, let's throw in some paladins real quick, because what's a Grey Knight army without paladins, right? Let's add a special weapon, add an apothecary. Yeah, looking good here. Oh, let's add in the special banner. So here's what's neat. It does a lot of the work for you. Like the apothecary, it's already loaded out. The banner, because I selected special, is already loaded out, and I have the option to select between the two banners. We want the Nemesis banner because it rocks. That's good stuff. All right, special weapon. We want to go in, because we selected a special weapon guy, we'll need to give him a special weapon, because if not, he's going to come with a standard loadout. So, and this is going to be true for every army list. They're all going to be laid out a little different. So you need to go through, and as you get more practice with it, you'll get better at it. As far as where to find stuff and what you got to do to make sure stuff runs right. I know with like Astra Militarum, here, let's add an allied force at Astra Militarum. So to edit forces, we're going to select add, and then we're going to go to scroll up to allied detachment. I'm going to scroll to the top here, Astra Militarum, hit OK. All right, so for instance, if we build in an infantry platoon, now let's say I add a heavy weapons team, and we'll add 2 heavy weapons team, and then I'll get into the individual squads here in a second. So as you see with the heavy weapons team, I've got an arrow down here. I've got to have 3 selections from their heavy weapon options. So if I click on it, we'll do 3 las cannons in this one. And you'll notice my arrow down here hasn't gone away yet. It's just clicking down, and now it just went away because I selected 3 weapons. Same thing for this one. We'll do auto cannon. Who doesn't love auto cannons? What's neat if this one is set that I can't go above 3 because there's 3 guys in a heavy weapon squad. Pretty cool. Now some other neat things, if I decide that, hey, in each infantry squad, I'm going to add a las cannon team. Well, it's going to give me an error because I've added a las cannon team, but I'm still showing with 9 guardsmen. So I got to select this to get rid of 2 of them, because obviously 2 guys are combined to make 1 las cannon team. So special weapon, I'm going to select one with a melta gun. Once again, I have an error because I'm showing 7 normal guardsmen, 1 with a melta gun, and then 2 on the las cannon team. That's 11 guys. So obviously that doesn't work. So we got to subtract a normal guy with a las rifle here. See, I still have an error down here. I need to select a commander. So we'll go company or tank commander. Scroll up a little bit. We'll do command vanquisher. Yes. And then we'll add a battle tank. Oh, we already had one. And then from there, I can break down and I can add stuff. Extra armor, hunter killer missile, relic plating. Now, as we know, I actually can probably only, I believe vehicles are limited to 2 upgrades, unless that's different. But I think that's still the rule. 2 upgrades to vehicles. But that's some of the stuff you can choose. You can select your sponsons here, your hull mounted, which is underneath the big gun, and then your pentile, which is basically on top of the tank. It's the little gun. Those are all things you can do. Okay. So, I know that seemed really easy, and it is because I've done it a bunch. So I've got a CAD, got Inquisitorial Detachment, and an Allied Detachment. Alright, let's say I'm like, hey, you know what, I just checked out Grey Knight's Codex. They have this sweet-ass Nemesis Strike Force. What is that? Well, it's a detachment that's unique to Grey Knights. Well, I've already got a bunch of Grey Knights. So what do I do here? So in this case, I'm going to hit Edit Forces. Go up here to Grey Knights. I'm going to remove them. Oh, yes, you want to... Oh, no! Yes. Then I'm going to add the detachment that I want. Once again, just select Add. Now, here's what's awesome about Battlescribe is that they've added all the detachments already. seriously, people that update Battlescribe can't get enough credit. So anyways, here's Nemesis Strike Force. So select that. This is a wacky little thing. It doesn't default to Grey Knights. It should, but it doesn't. Whatever. Because obviously Nemesis Strike Force you can only use with Codex Grey Knights. But you have to manually select it. No big deal. Cool. So now it's in there. So Nemesis Strike Force, what this does is it's unique Grey Knights attachment. You can start deep striking from turn 1, which is pretty cool. There's really no negative other than you lose objective secured for your troops. Ooh. Sometimes you got to sacrifice. So we see down here my heirs. I have 1 HQ and 1 troop. So let's get in here. We're gonna get some Calgor or Drago. We'll get us a Turby squad and a librarian. There we go. Cool. See, keeps tallying my points up here. We'll give him a halberd. Go down to Drago. We'll make him my warlord. Make this level 3. I think you guys get the idea here. Add a side cannon. Yeah. So I just added a formation. It was that easy. Obviously, every book's going to have its own. Every 7th edition book is going to have its own detachment. All of them lose objective secured so far. Most of them lose objective secured so far for the addition of other benefits. I know the Blood Angels one, they lose objective secured, but they gain +1 initiative in assault, which is humongous for that army because it combines with their Furious Charge, which is +1 strength, makes them assault animals. But yeah, so it's one of the ways you can build a list. So once you're all done, well, here, let's fill this out so we don't get an error. We'll add in a Paladin squad. Oh, I'm over points. We'll take that out. We'll add a strike squad. Oh, there, 1488. And we'll take all the swords off these guys and give them all halberds. 4 points, and that's cool, close enough. So now I'm done with my list. This is what I want. This is not a list I would ever field because you'd get killed quick, be terrible. But anyways, you get the idea. Go up here to save roster, select it, and it'll ask you that's the name you want to save it. Okay, and cool. Now your roster's saved. You see now it's all blacked out because it's saying it's valid, it's saved, and you're under points. If I would go into, say I'm going to add something, we'll add a brother captain. Now I'm over. What's neat is if I save it, I get an error that I'm over. Yeah, we'll still save it. Still leave me in red because I have an invalid roster because of points. That's pretty neat thing they do with Battlescribe. So we'll just remove that real quick. We'll save it once again though. All right. So we'll load an old roster. Select it. Take a second to load. Cool. Now I'm going to go back. I'm going to load the roster I just had. What do I call that? Yeah, here it is right here. And voila, all my crap's there. Cool. Now remember, if I say I had more points, say I need to add more points. Say my buddy Sean or Kyle calls me like, hey, we're not going to do 1500, we're going to do 1850. Well, that's cool. So you go all the way to the top, you select the name of your army, change your points. 1850. Sweet. Now my army's valid, it's unsaved, I'm under points, so cool, I get to add some stuff. So say I want to add an Aegis defense line or a void shield generator, I would go to edit forces, and I know we're getting pretty deep here, but I need to add a formation, change that, a fortification detachment, and we're going to look for stronghold assault. Oh, I don't have stronghold assault, bummer, yo. I don't see it. Oh, so bad example. Oops. So we're not going to add that because I don't have the stronghold assault data hub or data file. No big deal. I'll have to go find it later. Let's say though I wanted to add another detachment because I can do that because 7th edition I do the fuck I want. So we're going to add a ball strike force. Obviously, we have to change this from Grey Knights to Blood Angels. As you see, I've got 2 Blood Angels there. One's the old codex, one's the new. Select the new, of course. Okay. See, it's all still legal. Alright, okay. So, down here, I've got to have 2 more from troops. I got to have 1 more from HQ, 1 from elite, and 1 more selection of relics and rules. Cool. Alright, relics detachment. So you see over here, sometimes we have stuff with no category. I'm glad to pop this up. We have Forge World models, relics in that, and sanguinary discipline. So this is asking me what source I'm taking it from. We're going to go Codex Blood Angels. The reason this is pertinent is because Shield of Baal Exterminatus had new detachments, formations, and I don't want to say army list, but new ways you could build a Blood Angels army. So, but in this case, this formation only works with Codex Blood Angels, I believe. Now, I could combine and create a Flesh Terror detachment with this, and I know we're getting way deep already. It's already at the 21-minute mark. So yeah, this is how you add it. So we'll do this real quick. We'll add a couple troops. We'll do tac squad, tac squad. You see we have an error here. I've got to select 2 weapons for the sergeant, and we will select a bolt pistol and chainsword. Now, let me do this real quick actually. You'll appreciate this. What's neat about Battlescribe also is if you right click, you'll get other options. Cool. So you can name a squad, duplicate it, add to favorites, remove, review, selection. Now what's neat is if you name it because you use it a lot because it's a favorite, you can do that, which is cool. You want to duplicate it, that way you don't have to do the work again. Boom. Now I have 2 tac squads that are the same. We'll add a sanguinary priest real quick. Gotta select pistol and chainsword. Oh, too much. Why do I have too much? Bolt pistol, chainsword. That's something I'll have to look at. I thought I'd have to select 2 weapons there. Guess I'm wrong. But yeah, so we got a sanguinary priest, and then we need 1 more from elite. Let's do sanguinary guard. And we see we've got an error here. Where's my error? Let's have 5 more from range weapon. Oh, here we go. Because you have 3 different weapon options. So we'll do a jealous bolt gun for all 5 of them. And melee weapons. Oh, we'll do and Carmine sword because that's their stock loadout. So that's a quirky thing with Battlescribe, but you got to get over it. And sometimes you have to add stuff because you can sub out. As you see in this case, you can do an axe, a sword, or a power fist for a few points more, but the axe and sword are the same price. And the bolt gun, you can sub out for a pistol a little bit more, but you can do it. Yeah. So that's how you build a list with Battlescribe. I know it's pretty intense and there's a lot going on there. I didn't mean this video to be so long, but this is all handy stuff to know. You want any more details or anything, leave them in the comments and I'll do another video and add some more crap to this. Yeah. Hey, thanks for checking it out.